What's up everybody, welcome to my channel. BigAnt's Cricket 24 is going to be launched on October 5th this year as announced on their website. They are making some major improvements and are adding some new features. So let's check out what those are. What's more amazing is that I had suggested a couple of features to be included to make it the best game ever, and it looks like some of them are being implemented. So watch the video till the end to know what they are. Games have become costly these days and no good game is cheaper. Even after spending so much, we don't feel it was worth it because they are making shit games and we are left high and dry. Why do we buy games? To have fun, right? But instead, it's like cruising for a bruising and it gets on our nerves. Moreover, we didn't have this kind of technology or graphics earlier, but the games were still spectacular. They used to be interactive and with amazing features. For example, Cricket 07 and Brian Lara. But not these days. Cricket 22 had come, was good as well, but except for the graphics, nothing else was more captivating. It had a lot missing in it. We'll get to that later while discussing the features I suggested. So let's quit fucking around and begin. So this is the official website of BigAnt Studios. As you can see, it's going to be a decade of experience which will be included in making this game. This game is going to be the most realistic cricket game ever. So they are promising it to be the most realistic game ever. They have included the ashes. It was also there in the previous game. However, they've made some changes to it. They have added team press conferences and team training sessions and some unique commentary. So we'll get to see that in the coming game, and there will be over 200 licensed players with full photogrammetry, which means that we are going to have more realistic faces. And the teams that they have included are Australia, England, Pakistan, West Indies, New Zealand, Ireland, and furthermore are going to be announced in the coming months. And they've also included the tournaments like Ashes, BBL, WBBL, 100, Caribbean Premier League, and the new addition is Pakistan Super League. And there's a good news for Indian viewers. They are planning to include Indian T20 teams here in the next game. So it may mean that we will be seeing Indian Premier League, the IPL as well. They are including 50 highly detailed official stadiums, which means we can see Lords, Gaba, Dubai Stadium and much more. They've also made some changes to the career mode. They're giving us more control in determining the player's destiny, becoming a short form hero to focusing on the test team. So what I understand from this is that we can either make a test player or an all-round player for all formats. I hope that is the case. And they're completely overhauling the fielding system, which is a major and massive need for this game. The previous game had some very bad fielding. I'll show you what I suggested going forward. They are going to make it the most realistic and responsive fielding controls ever seen in a cricket video game. That is going to be really amazing, guys. If that is the case and they could deliver what they are saying, then it would be an amazing game, probably the best game ever in the history of cricket. Cross-platform. So this is going to be a fully cross-platform game, which means that we can play against our friends from different platforms. Supposing I play on Xbox, so it will allow me to play with my games on Switch, PlayStation and PC. So it's not like I can only play with my friends on Xbox or something like that. So that's a great thing. Those are the only details that they have mentioned on this website. I've also visited their official Twitter handle, and this is what is being suggested here. As you can see, an ongoing match suggestion is being considered, which means that, let me maximize. So which means that if there is a live match going on, they've given an example of New Zealand and Pakistan. So if it's a live match, so we'll also get the live score of those matches. So it would be great if we could see that, and this is what I like the most. If this is being included, then I think it will be terrific. So they are saying that new batting celebration controls, which means that if you click on the LB button, it will shake hands with the non-striker. The LT button will show the pro cam. RT will remove the helmet of the player. Raising bat is right button RB, and we can have custom celebrations on X, Y, A and B, and using the right handle we can rotate the bat, which would be a great thing, and pad button, the player will walk on the pitch. So that is going to be really amazing. And similarly, if a bowler achieves a milestone such as 5 wickets or 10 wickets or a hat-trick, will have full control to execute them. Additionally, fielders as well, we can consider some few animated celebrations when a fielder got a direct hit or catches in slips or outfields. So that is going to be really amazing, guys. And that's the only thing I can see here. So here's a proposed cover, and this looks like a trailer for the game. So it's not showing any graphics or any gameplay though, but we'll have more information going forward. Now let's get back to what I have suggested. 8 months ago I submitted a ticket on BigAnt Studios support. Here is the ticket. It says game UI needs to be updated, and here is what I've suggested them. I've mentioned the fielding needs a lot of improvement. As you can see, batting also needs improvement. So what I've suggested here is that fielders are really slow. They walk like they're fucking jogging in a park or taking a stroll, which was really frustrating. And there were a lot of misfield. They couldn't save the boundaries, and manual fielding was terrible. I don't have words to describe that. It was highly imprecise. The players often run in different directions. Assisted fielding and semi-assisted fieldings were a little better, but during the fast bowling for assisted fielding, they used to drop the catches if there was a quick nick. And batting style needed improvement because we couldn't hit the balls that were bowled on the offside. In the realistic cricketing game, or when we are on the field, we would have an option to hit the ball from the offside to the leg side. So that wasn't possible in the game, which was highly unrealistic. This is what I didn't like about the batting styles. And for short deliveries like bouncers and which are pitch short, the batsmen used to flick them when played a shot on the back foot instead of playing a hook or a pull shot. Even that was really bad. So even that needs improvement. Reverse sweep was my favorite shot. I had tried it many a times but couldn't hit a 6 using a reverse sweep, which is highly possible in a realistic game or in the real world game. What was the name of that player? Glenn Maxwell. He does it with precision. He hits sixes, huge sixes with a reverse sweep, and that was not possible. I tried playing that in Cricket 22 with Glenn Maxwell and couldn't do it. Batting style 6 was great, but the player or the batsman often gets stumped out when trying to hit a short ball delivery. He used to get out of the pitch, but there was no swift return when the ball is missed. And furthermore, I've asked them to include 100 miles an hour ball. The fast bowlers were currently bowling a maximum speed of 159.8 kilometers per hour. That was the maximum. They couldn't reach 160 or 61, which would make 100 miles an hour. So that needs to be included. And we should also have a little more speed so that we can create or break a record. We didn't have a world records showcase, which is highly needed. The game should have the showcase to show all the current records held by any individual for each type. For example, batting, highest individual score for batting, fastest ball for bowling, and highest number of wickets taken, fastest 50, fastest 100, and much more. We need to also have a feature which will update the records once they are created or broken by someone. For an example, if someone breaks the record of 31 ball century of AB de Villiers, it should get updated that so and so player has broken the record. Celebration animation, as you can see here, such as winning a match, half century, hat-trick, man of the match, man of the series, should have a proper animation. There should be cheerleaders for T20 matches. For God's sake, there was only fireworks. There were some machines standing there and they would only release some fire from them. What stupidity is that? And commentary was like hell. Commentators must be more adaptive to the situations. The commentary is currently not in tandem with what is happening in the match. An over of 4 sixes and 2 dot balls in the end is pronounced as a good over, which in fact is a really bad one. We need to have more special deliveries such as reverse swing, spin of the century. Shane Warne was able to turn the ball from pitching it on the offside from behind the batsman as into the stumps. That was great to watch. Why can't we have it in this game? And more realistic strategies for batsmen. For example, player weakness and strengths can be manipulated. We could use them to our advantage. For an example, it will be easier for a bowler to get the bowler out because they are not very well at batting. And player creation, oh god, I can't even say or begin to fathom what player creation was, how terrible it was. Player creation must be easy. When we are copying the appearance from academy, it wouldn't copy the attributes, which was very time consuming to create the player from the scratch. Although we were able to copy how they look, but the attributes took a lot of time. We had to update them individually for each player. Imagine creating a whole team of 11 players. It was taking 10 to 15 minutes for each single player. Instead, we can avoid that if we could also copy the attribute. Be a lot easier. And increasing the attributes was also slow. We could also have an option to just click a button to max them or choose to do it individually with each single point, like 1 to 100. Scoreboard also needed improvement. Currently, the Cricket 22 doesn't show the strike rate, the number of fours or sixes hit by a batsman. Whereas in the real world, when we see a scoreboard, they are also showing how many balls the batsman has taken, how many fours and sixes they have hit, and the strike rate. So these are the suggestions that I've made. Hopefully, they are also included in the coming edition of the game, and it is going to be the best game ever. So let me know in the comment, guys. Do you agree with what I have said? Do you also feel that these features must be included in the game? That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you again soon in the next one.